Hey guys, it's me and welcome back to my channel. So before I start this video, I just want to say I'm sorry if the audio sounds a bit weird or if it sounds like you can't really hear me. I have the dehumidifier on in the back. It's really hot in my room and without it, it gets hotter. So yeah, I'm apologizing in advance. So today, I'm doing something that I haven't done in literally a year. I did one video and then I completely forgot about it. If you guys have me on Snapchat, you know that I do a lot of these on there. But I literally uploaded one video and then I completely forgot about it. If you guys could not guess, I'm doing a story time with Slaylona. So if you guys don't know what a story time with Slaylona is, it's basically where, you know, I sit down, you know, I talk to y'all, we have a little discussion, you know. I just basically tell stories about the times people have pissed me off. So that's what I'm doing now. So I have so much tea to spill.
I have so much tea to spill. So much tea to spill.
So this is going to be the story of the time I almost fought not one, but two security guards. So if you guys know me, you know that I am a messy girl who lives for drama. But I am not doing this to stir anything up again, you know. I'm not doing this to start any old drama or anything. I'm simply doing this because when this was happening to me, you guys, I was standing here and I was like, oh my god,
this would make such an amazing story time video.
So let's get started. So this story happened at an Austin Mahone concert that I attended a couple months ago. So basically, to give you guys a little like background information. So my friends and I had decided that they were going to get there at around 7 in the morning because they live closer to the venue than I do. So all the tickets were under my name, so regardless, they wouldn't have been able to get in without me being there. So it's the morning of the show, I'm getting ready, my friends are texting me, they're like, okay, like we're already here, like just hop in with us, we're the second group of people in line. So I leave my house at around 8:30 and it takes me about 2 hours to drive there, so I didn't get there until 10:30. So once I got there at the venue, I saw my friends, like they said, they were the second group of people in line, so I just went in line with them. It was about 2 of my friends and there were about 3 other people with them, and then I was the 4th person adding to that, so altogether it was about 5 or 6 of us. So like I hadn't seen them in a long time, so like we were just chatting, we were catching up. They literally had a mattress out because it was so early in the morning and they were like getting ready, they were doing their makeup, they were doing their hair and everything. So like we were just sitting there, we were talking, blah 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 blah. So you guys, this is basically like what starts it all. So this random man, literally he looked like he was a random man from off the street. He did not look like he worked at the venue at all. He was wearing a plaid shirt with dark jeans and a hat. So he comes up to us and he was like, I don't know what all this is. And he was basically like pointing to the mattress and like all the stuff we had on it. He was like, I don't know what all this is, but you guys need to be respectful of the line and blah 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 blah. And at first I didn't know what he was talking about. I was confused as to what he was talking about. And then he just kept talking. He was like, you guys need to be respectful of the line and you guys need to be respectful of the people behind you and blah 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 blah. And so he was basically like pointing to me, saying that I couldn't cut and all this stuff. And my friends were like, no, 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 like we asked the people behind us and they said that it was fine, and like she's with us, she's in our party, it's just that like we live closer than she does, like we got here earlier, so like she's with us. And even the girls behind us were backing us up. They were like, yeah, no, like it's fine, like it's not really a big deal, like it doesn't really matter. And he was still going at it. And so we were just like, okay, like we understand, like you're trying to do your job, but like go away. We were literally sitting here like trying to tell him like, no, like okay, yeah, like I got here later, yeah, like I understand, like I did cut, but like they can't get in without me, so it's not fair to them that they got here 7 in the morning and like they're not gonna get in. It's like, okay, I understand you're like only trying to do your job and you're trying to like be fair to everyone, but you work at a venue. You would think you would understand like people cut like regardless, like they don't care. Anyways, so he just basically like kept saying the same thing, and like we were kind of over it, and then he walked away, and so then we were just kind of like, okay. 20 minutes later, this man comes back and he says the exact same thing, and we were like, okay, like we understand regardless of like where you are in line, people are going to cut you. Like that's just how concerts work. And I'm not trying to like say like, I'm not trying to justify me cutting, but at the same time it's like my friends couldn't have gotten in without me anyways. The tickets were under my name, and it's like we're a group. I'm not just gonna stand in line by myself while my friends are all the way up there. Like those are my friends. And people are coming from different areas. Southern California, the LA area is so ginormous. It takes hours to drive from one side to another side. Everyone's coming from different places. We're not all going to get there at the same time. So again, I understand he's just trying to do his job, but at the same time, it's like, it's really not a big deal. It's a concert, it happens, people cut. Like, and that is in no way justifying me cutting. I waited there all day too. I just got there a couple hours after my friends got there. So it's not like I got there 30 minutes before doors opened and then I like automatically jumped to the front of the line. No, I still waited there all day, but I got there after my friends got there. So it had been a couple hours since we'd gotten there. So we were just kind of like, okay, we need to all go use the bathroom. So we left to go use the bathroom, and we were walking down the street. So as we're walking and we're getting to the end of the corner, we turn to our left really quick, and then we look back. And then my friend whispers, oh my gosh, isn't that Austin? When I tell you, I have never snapped my neck so fast. Imagine me, I'm in the front of my group, right? I turn my head, I lean back, I look, and then I come back and I say, oh my god, I see his curly hair, that is Austin. So it was him and Rob. I can't remember if Joe was there or not. I don't think he was there. But anyways, they looked like they were like trying to get somewhere. So my friends and I were like, I don't know if we should like go say hi. Like they look kind of busy, like they're trying to like just like get to where they're going. And then my friend Amethyst, literally, she's like, I don't care. And then she just like walks up to them. She's like, hi Austin. And so my friends and I were literally like, we don't really want to go because he looks like he's kind of busy, but I mean, since you're going, we'll go too. So anyways, so we go, we say hi to Austin. He was so nice, you guys. He's so tiny. So we were talking to him, we were just saying hey, and it's like we all like go to hug him individually, and it's like I hugged him, you guys, and literally like his hand grazed my back and kind of stayed there for a second, and I was like, yes king, yes king, yes king, yes king, yes king, yes. So anyways, after that he was like, okay guys, like I gotta go. We're like, okay, bye, like have an amazing show, you're gonna do great. So after Austin walked away, my friends and I were standing there, and we were just a bunch of shooky cookies. So we waited there for a couple seconds before starting to go in the same direction we were originally going in, and the same direction Austin went in, because we didn't want to make it seem like we were stalking him, because we were going that way in the first place. So mind you guys, originally we were looking for a bathroom, right? So there's a hotel right there. So we're like, okay, there's a hotel, they probably have a bathroom in the lobby, let's go to the lobby, use the bathroom. We try to open the doors from the outside and they were locked. And literally as we were like pulling on the doors, Austin, Rob, and Joe just turn the corner and they look at us, like make dead eye contact with us, and they kind of just look like, what are you doing? All of us, we just stood there, we were like, we're not stalking you, we promise, we just want to use the bathroom. And Joe was literally standing there staring at us and shaking his head, and we were like, we promise, like we're not following you, we just want to use the bathroom. So I was like, literally, I want to run into the middle of the street and get hit by a bus, because that would be less painful than what just happened. Okay, so as my friends and I were walking back to the venue, we were waiting at the corner, and there was this man, and he literally comes around me, and he's like, damn, that's an African queen right there, blah 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 blah, just going off like, oh, like your chocolate skin, blah 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 blah. And he was like, where are you from, baby? And I was like, I'm from my mom, like go away, like who are you? And he literally just kept screaming at me, and I'm just like, I need to, hold on, let me rant about something really quick. I do not understand some men, because you would never ever ever let anyone talk to your wife like that, your mom, your daughter, your niece, like any woman that you love in like a very like protective and like loving way. You would never let anyone talk to them like that. Yet you see a random girl on the street that you know is literally like 15 years younger than you, and you would still do that, like regardless of her age, regardless if she's 2 years younger than you, regardless if she's 15 years younger than you, you would still talk to a woman that way. Like I'm sorry, like no, I don't get it. I really, like, I don't get it, and I will never get it. I don't understand it. Like are some of y'all like stupid? Like I don't understand. So anyways, we finally find a bathroom, and then we head back to the venue. And once we get back to the venue, we're like, guys, we saw Austin. He looked so good, he looked yummy, he looked scrumptious, he looked like a treat, he had his curly hair, and blah 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 blah. As we were talking about this, do you guys remember the same man who kept coming back and lecturing us? He literally came back, and he had a notepad and a pen in his hand, and he literally interrupted us, and he was like, if you were here in the morning, then sign your name on the paper. And we were like, okay. So the group of girls in front of us all signed their names down on the paper, I think. And then it was about 2 or 3 girls in my group, and it was about 10 of the girls after us who signed their names on the paper too. He literally just got everyone's names, and then he left, and he didn't say anything. And we were all just kind of like looking at each other like, okay, like did he say anything? Like did he say like what it was for? Like we're all really confused. And so then like we were just kind of standing there like, okay, back to Austin. So a couple more hours had passed, and we all got hungry. So my friend and I went across the street to Shake Shack to go get food for everyone. I'm gonna go off on a tangent really quick. My cashier at Shake Shack, he was really cute, like really cute, and I had acrylic nails on, and I couldn't reach my wallet, and it was literally the most embarrassing 2 minutes of my life. Let me show you guys how this went down. This is my backpack, right? I literally opened it up, and literally my wallet is literally laying flat down against this, and I had acrylics and I couldn't like grab it. I was standing there, and the cashier was like, okay, so it's gonna be the total, like whatever the total was, like, oh, $10.87. I was like, okay. And so I was literally in my bag like this, like trying to grab my wallet, and I couldn't grab my wallet because of my nails. And so I was literally standing there, you guys, for 2 minutes. Like my friend had ordered her food, and she was standing there just staring at me.
I was literally like running my hands through my bag because I was like, oh my god, like I don't feel my wallet. If I don't feel my wallet, does that mean that I left it at home? If I left it at home, then like I don't have my ID to like pick up the tickets for the show.
And then he was literally just standing there staring at me. And he was so beautiful, just staring at me. And that was making me more nervous. So I was like, oh my god, like I don't have my wallet, and this boy's just staring at me. And the whole time I was literally just like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, it's fine. And I was like,
It's not fine.
and so for a second I calmed down a little bit, and I grabbed my wallet. And all it took was for me to just calm down. The feeling I had before when we tried to open up doors to the hotel, and then Joe and Rob and Austin saw us, and they were like shaking their heads at us, and I was like, I literally like want to go out into the street and like get hit by a bus. That was literally me, except I was like, I literally want to go to LAX and literally stand on the runway and get hit by the nose of a plane. That was embarrassing. We get our food and then we start heading back to the venue. So the Shake Shack was right across the street from the venue. So we could see that now there were two lines. There was where the original line was, and then there was this random new line. My friend and I literally look at each other, and then we start running back. And we get back there, and we're like, okay, wait. So like, what is this new line for? And so they were like, okay, so do you remember the list that guy brought out? Well, basically, if your name is on the list, then you go over into the other line. And so my friend that I went to Shake Shack with, she was like, oh, like, he let me put my name on the list, let me go to the other line. So she literally walked over there and asked him if she could go into that line, and he told her no. And she comes back, and we were like, what happened? And she goes, oh, he didn't let me over there because he said that my name wasn't on the list when I wrote my name on the list, so I know for a fact my name is on the list. I was literally like, okay, that's so stupid, because if he claims that you can only get in that line if your name is on the list and your name is on the list, then you should be in that line with everyone else. Okay, let me go talk to him. As I was walking over there to talk to him, he goes inside, and I was just like, okay, like maybe he needed to like go to the bathroom, maybe he needed to like do something real quick or something. I don't know. So I was like, he's gonna be out really quick, maybe like 5-10 minutes, you know? No. So I really don't know how to describe this, but on the outside perimeter of the venue, there was a barricade. And if they were to remove the barricade, you would be able to walk to the doors. So I was basically just standing there waiting at the barricade, waiting for someone to come out. I was waiting there for a good like 20 minutes waiting for someone to come out. I just wanted to be noted that this is where everything starts going downhill. Another man wearing an all black tuxedo, he looked like he worked with the venue. All black tuxedo, literally like 6'100", a tall man. So he comes out and he's like, hi, can I help you? And so I was like, well, yeah. So I basically like explained the whole situation to him. Like, we were just across the street getting food. Is there any way like we could get her into the other line if we show you that her name's on the list? He was like, well, no, not really, because you guys missed out. If you weren't here, you missed out. And so I was just standing there like, no, like her name is on the list. Like, can we just please show you? Like, we're not trying to like start anything. Like, we just want to make sure the people who are on the list and who were here in the morning deserve to be in the other line. No, you weren't here, blah, 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 blah. And so I was just like, okay, well, like, can you just explain to me really quick what the difference is between the two lines? Because everyone's confused about it. And he goes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And we were just like, clearly it does matter if you literally took the time to make two separate lines. Clearly it does matter. So anyways, my friend Damaris, if you guys don't know who she is, she's so tiny, like so small. She was like, no, like our names are on the list, like can we please just show you? And he literally comes down, this 6 foot however tall guy literally comes down to my friend, puts his arms on the barricade like this and says, it doesn't matter. And you guys, I was like, I don't know who you think you are, but I'm gonna need you to back up. And he just kept going on and on and on, like it doesn't matter, like getting so mad about it. I was like, okay sir, like we understand like you're getting a little bit frustrated and mad. And he was like, I'm not mad. And I was like, you're literally standing here yelling at us and you're like getting in my friend's face, but it's, yeah, you're not mad, sure Jan. And he's literally speaking to us like we're stupid, like we don't have any clue what's going on. And so I was like, okay, we're just trying to stand here and discuss this with you in a mature manner, and like you're not cooperating with us. Would it be possible if we could talk to someone else besides yourself? And he was just like, I'm head of security, I'm the best you're gonna get. And I was standing there like, okay, so can I speak with a manager or no? And he goes, well, this is what you can do. You see that sign up there? And it was the sign of the venue. You can type in that sign and then hit find a manager. And I was like, I know you're like 6'3", $3,000 and I'm like 5'5", but I want to kick you in the throat right now. And so I was just like, honestly guys, like whatever, it's like talking to a brick wall. And so I was like, okay, thank you for your time. And then we just walked away and he was like, thank you, blah 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 blah, like being all like snarky. And I was like, can you just like shut up, like you're so irritating. Oh my god. This is where everything starts going downhill.